All right.
Tom Hiddleston's busy.
Tom Hiddleston is your Eldritch
Not
patron.
Loki. Just Tom
Not
Hiddleston.
Loki, just Tom Hiddleston. It's actually Tom Hiddleston and Tom Holland. They sometimes switch places just to keep you confused. Zach, we are level 3. Godric is now a 3rd level warlock.
Probably the best warlock that there's ever been.
I think all of the warlock players of the world would like to refute that. But you get to pick a pack boon for level 3. Your pack boon is a gift from your shadowy, unknowable patron that we haven't really talked about for the audience, but you get a pack boon, either a mystical blade, a mystical chain, a mystical book, or a mystical talisman. You know what you're going to pick. You're going to pick...
I'm going to pick Pack of the Tome.
Pack of the Tome.
I'm going to get that sweet, sweet shadowy book.
Now, I'm going to throw...
are one of my favorite things.
I'm going to throw a flavor option at you. You have your mysterious tome with the unanswerable question.
Right.
Is that your Book of Shadows?
Well, technically, it is a letter from a colleague.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like it would be. I have it in my headcanon as like this envelope with like a letter that I have.
For some reason, For some reason, in my head, I thought it was a book, but I'm confusing the. You have another book in your backstory. You have a storybook, don't you? Or am I making? I might be conflating things.
I don't remember. I think that's like was an option in the backstory, like creation, but I don't think it's something that is mine.
Okay, I do think that ties pretty well to your character backstory, though. So I'm gonna say your Book of Shadows is a like a book of fairy tales.
Sure.
A storybook.
I like that.
Yeah, because the idea is it's got other stuff in there than what you get from your upgrade.
So I can't have it be like, I was trying to think of like a kid's book that would be funny for Godric to have, but
Cat in the Hat.
I guess it can be. I guess it can be a mysterious volume.
Well, yeah. Because they call it
like brandish it to use these cantrips, or
no,
I just like
no. If you get that ritual caster one that we talked about, you would have to use it for that. But for the cantrips, no, you just know them.
Okay, cool. So I think I'm gonna do that.
And then, what 3 cantrips are you going with?
The 3 cantrips that I have picked. I am going to pick Message, which is a communication type transmutation cantrip, and so it basically lets me like point at someone and whisper.
Give them a little.
And
whisper.
I can do it through a little. I can do it through some materials, and it can like go around corners and stuff. So I think that there are situations where it could be useful, and I also think just from you can check out one of our other upcoming videos where we discuss things like table talk and things like that. And I think that this is a like in universe thematic way for me to like not if I'm just not sure. I don't want to make a decision by myself for the group. I think this is a cool way in universe for me to like hold my other people.
Absolutely. Message is big. Message is a great spell to have.
And then the second one I'm gonna do is Word of Radiance, which is like a damage cantrip, an evocation cantrip, and so I basically utter a divine word, and I think we're gonna flavor modify that to like a roar or a growl or
your
something.
lion roar. Yeah, I like that.
And each creature of my choice that I can see must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 of radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this will be like a good mob control.
Yeah.
Or like if there's multiple,
Mm-hmm.
multiple creatures, especially multiple small creatures. So that'll be good.
Great if you get surrounded.
And then finally, I'm going to take Thaumaturgy, which is a transmutation cantrip, and I can manifest a minor wonder, a sign of supernatural power within range. And so I can make my voice really loud, I can affect flames, I can make a little harmless earthquake, I can do tricks with sound, unlock or close a door or window, or I can alter the appearance of my eyes for 1 minute.
Yeah, it's a really cool.
I really feel like it's really limiting though. Like why you wouldn't be able to just like alter your face? Maybe that's too much.
Because that's a whole different spell. That's a whole different spell.
Disguise, yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this is so
three of these effects.
The flavor. The same time. Yeah, so the flavor of this spell, like there's three spells that are like this. There's Thaumaturgy, Prestidigitation, and Druidcraft. And they all kind of do the same thing. Prestidigitation is like your street wizard sort of stuff, like card tricks, lights and sounds, scents, confetti, stuff like that. Change the color of something. Druidcraft lets you like
tricks.
Yeah, magic trick. It's your magic tricks. Druidcraft is like you can create a flower in your hand, or you can make plants grow, stuff like druidy stuff. Thaumaturgy is the one that's for clerics and priest classes, because if you look at it, all of the things that you can do are like things that would make you a better speaker on an altar.
Yeah, and
right,
and like,
your eyes glow, the windows fly open, your voice booms.
I'm treating it as like I think that these will be good in situations where I need to like either bluff like my power to what I'm imagining, like weaker minds,
Yeah.
Like a lot of the Thaumaturgy stuff feels like it's something that like is only going to work on like stormtroopers,
Well,
like,
it's one of those things.
It's not going to work on the Castellaners necessarily, but like
it's one of those things that it's one of those things that it doesn't give you any actual benefit. Like if you notice in there, it doesn't say anything about giving you advantage or anything like that. It's really meant to be like, I want to try to do this. This is how I'm going to flavor it. Right?
Right.
I love, whenever I play a spellcaster, I make sure to pick one of those three, because it very much fills the gap of like, D&D doesn't really have a lot of simple stuff that you can do. It's like, if you watch Merlin in Sword in the Stone, there's all this random stuff that he could do that isn't really represented by one spell. It's the perfect, or Fantasia, right, is another good example. Sorcerer Mickey.
Yeah.
So I always recommend having one of those if you can, if you have room for it. Right. Cool. Now you get a spell you get a second level spell this level, but you get a second level spell and you are choosing.
I'm choosing Suggestion,
which is super thematic,
which is super cool. I can suggest a course of activity and magically influence a creature that I can see within range.
It's an 8-hour Jedi mind trick.
8 hours is the thing that got me. So the target must make a wisdom saving throw, and on a failed save, it will pursue the course of action that I ascribe to the best of my ability. Now, I can't use it to do an action that will directly harm them. It has to sound. I have to make it sound reasonable.
You have to make it sound like a suggestion and not a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I imagine that there's like ways, could be some ways around it. Like we throw some, oil on some stairs, and then we talk to some guy that we want to get rid of, and we say like, hey, I think there's some free beer downstairs.
There's
downstairs and get yourself a flagon. And
that is a good example of a way around it. But yeah, you can't tell someone like, hey, throw yourself off that bridge, or stab yourself with your spear. But you can put them in dangerous situations.
Sure. And I also think it could be, there's way, just like a Jedi mind trick. I could I could use it to, you know, get in a door. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you know, sounds like a good idea for you to open that gate, buddy. And like, you know,
So you're getting 23 total hit points, which is big. And you're not replacing any of your traits. All your spell
I'm
slots.
happy with Godric so far.
So you still only get 2 spells per rest, but
Right.
they're now both level 2. So all your spells are always cast at level 2 if available. Meaning your cure wounds is always going to be more potent. And yeah, I think that's the most of it. Cool.
Do I have like one level 1 spell slot and one level 2 spell slots?
With
So
warlocks,
I can cast it at level 2 the whole
always.
Like,
Yeah.
and I can cast there's no reason to cast like cure wounds. I will cast at level 2, and
not only is there no reason to cast cure wounds at level 1, you literally cannot cast cure wounds at level 1 anymore.
Cool.
So the way it works, warlocks have less spell slots than any other spellcaster. But when your ability to cast higher level spells triggers, all your spell slots go up to that level. So you're always scaling up your spells. The other benefit to warlocks versus, say, wizards have more spells, but warlocks get them refreshed at a short rest rather than a long rest. So
well, now guiding bolt is
what, 3d8?
You know, 5d6.
5d6?
Yeah. So I guess it was 4d6 before.
I don't know. Guiding bolts.
Yeah.
All I know about guiding bolt is it's really good. So
Yeah,
it was
so it was
46. Now it's 5d6. Yeah.
Yep.
Damn, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
So many.
So
that's so good.
I mean, but also, you know, my Eldritch Blast that I can do all the time.
That's your bread and butter.
D10 plus 3.
Yeah.
You know, Cure Wounds is really good now. 2d8.
I forgot you
3.
had guiding bolt. Guiding bolt's so good.
Yeah, I've only used it like once, I think. But
yeah,
we haven't done tons and tons of combat yet either. So
there's plenty more combat to come. I promise.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right, cool. Well, that's it for Zach. We'll move on to someone else. I don't know what order this is going to be in.
Hi, friends. Bye, friends.
You guys leveled up. I forgot to mention that at the end of the last session, but you guys are leveling up. So you get a couple things. Your hit points go up, which you need to roll for your hit points. Your sneak attack goes up. So now instead of 1d6 for sneak attack, you're going to get 2d6 for sneak attack. And you get to pick your roguish archetype. So let's start with the easy one. Go ahead and roll a d8 for your hit points.
Do D8. Veneki. Oh, sweet.
This is big. You only get to do this once.
4.
4. All right. So your hit points go up from 13 to 17. You will probably be the squishiest little boy in the party.
I am the squishiest little boy.
Let's maybe work on getting you some better armor at some point.
What's the average for this? Is it 4?
No, the average D8 would be, if you just took the average, you'd get a 5.
Damn it. Curse. Well, straight to jail. Just kidding.
Straight to jail. My lighting's low. That's the problem. And then your sneak attack goes up, so don't forget that because that's big. And you pick your roguish archetype. So what are you picking for your archetype? What have you been looking at? What do you like? What do you want to pick?
Well, you sent me like a big comprehensive list, and I read through all of them. Swashbuckler, assassin, thief, stuff like that. And the two, we were talking about this off camera, the two I gravitated towards the most, just because they sounded so fun, was Phantom and Soul Knife. And I ultimately, I ultimately went with Soul Knife. Cool. I took a lot of counsel, had a lot of conversations.
So well, it's so I think Soul Knife's better for what we're doing because this campaign will probably end at about 6, and all the cool stuff you get out of Phantom you don't get till like 9 or 13.
Yeah.
But you can now give yourself free rerolls, or well, a free boost after you fail a check, I guess, which is kind of like a reroll. You can make a psychic link with your party, which is really cool. Actually, you only get 2 out of the 3, so you have to pick who you're making.
Yeah.
So, someone gets left out, but that's fine. And then the part you like the most is you get to throw Psylocke style psychic blades, which is pretty badass.
I make my own blades.
Yeah.
Shink, shink.
So now it's your responsibility to remember these 3 new abilities because they're probably easy to forget, especially the telekinetic link and the roll boost. But remember those, and yeah, cool.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Hi, Jill.
Hello.
Good morning. All right, so level 3 Ranger. We're leveling you up.
Ooh.
You get a couple things for level 3 Ranger. You get to pick your Ranger archetype. You get Primal Awareness. We're going with the Tasha's Cauldron of Everything Ranger abilities. So this level, you get Speak with Animals for free that you can cast for free.
Hey.
And then you get everything with your Ranger archetype. You've already gone through them. What Ranger archetype are you picking?
Was it Gloomslayer? Is that what it was called?
It's Gloomstalker.
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 There was Monster Slayer that we were
Monster
talking
Slayer
about.
was
That I
the
might.
other one
Okay,
that we were looking at.
okay. I knew there wasn't something similar.
So Gloomstalker at 3rd level gives you Disguise Self as a spell option. Dread Ambusher, basically, if you are, you get a bonus to your initiative equal to your wisdom, and on the first turn of each combat, you get a free extra attack. So when you attack, you get to attack twice. That's in addition to your bonus action attack. So you get 3 attacks on turn 1 if you want it.
So stabby.
And your speed goes up by 10 feet, so you could run at people real quick.
Dope.
But that's only the first turn. After that, your speed's back to normal.
Yeah. Okay, so hold on. So is the 10 feet also only the first turn, or is that for the entire combat?
So 10 feet, and an additional attack on your first turn.
Sorry, I'm writing all this down.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Attack on
It'll
first
also
turn.
It'll also be on your sheet in D&D Beyond, but
I know, but if I write it down,
you'll remember it.
then it gets into my noggin.
Mm-hmm.
Ray. Plus, I got these fancy note-taking things, so I'm using them.
I know. You also, if you didn't already have Dark Vision, which you do, if you didn't already have Dark Vision, you'd gain Dark Vision. Because you already have Dark Vision, your Dark Vision goes up to 90 feet instead of 60 feet.
Ooh. I originally got Dark Vision because I was a Shatterkai, right?
Yeah, because all elves get Dark Vision, yeah. I mean, in D&D 5th edition, everything has Dark Vision, which is kind of annoying.
I was going to say, it's a pretty standard.
Yeah, as long as you're not human, you basically have Dark Vision. And then you also, now, if you're in darkness, you're invisible to other creatures that use Dark Vision. Which is really fucking cool.
Invisible to other Dark Vision creatures.
Does
that include my party?
That would include your party.
Ooh.
But if anyone's using a light, it cancels that out.
Yeah, because it's not in darkness.
Yeah, because it's not in darkness.
Oh, question.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that wouldn't count with my how I have that one smog cloud spell where I can would I now be able to see in that, or
no?
Okay.
No, and you're already basically invisible in that, so that you don't really get any benefit to that. But
this is I can just do it if it's a dark place. Is that I can see them, but they can't see me.
Right.
Okay, just clarifying. Okay. Thank you.
Cool. And then you pick, and then you get to pick a new spell to add to your spell list. What are you picking?
Snaring Strike?
Ensnaring Strike. Cool.
Snaring Strike.
Just lets you hit creatures and wrap them in vines and make them all trapped. Trap a creature.
That's like, I feel like all of my characters I've ever played have always had
every
Ensnaring
time
Strike.
every time you've built you a ranger, you've taken Ensnaring Strike as soon as you can.
But I love it so much. I love that spell.
Yeah, it's a good handy spell. It comes in handy, and then it sucks when it misses.
Yes, yeah, that is the caveat of that. Yeah.
Because you get all this build up, and then whoops, it's.
And usually with my rolls, I end up missing. So.
But all right, cool. Well, that's it. We're gonna go to the last and final level up, and we'll see you on the other side.
Hi.
Jess, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing very well. We have a long day of recording ahead of us, so let's get your character leveled up because we forgot to talk about it at the end of last session. But you are now a level 3 paladin. So you get to roll for your hit points, which we already did. You rolled an 8. So you got like 30 something hit points now. 30 hit points.
I've got 30. She's stacked.
Crazy. You
My
also
girl is
get
stacked.
You also get divine health. You are immune to disease from here on out. You can no longer get sick. You can't even get a common cold anymore. No headaches. No nothing. Well, you get headaches from like spells and stuff, but not just like regular.
But the dream.
Yeah, it is the dream. Being a paladin is great. You get a sacred oath, and you also get harness divine power, which we'll talk about last. So what sacred oath are you choosing?
I'm going to go with the Oath of the Watchers. I think it's probably very in line with Aurelia and who she is as a character, and it's probably the one that she's most aligned with, in my opinion.
And it fits with the campaign really well, I think. So.
Oh yeah, really well.
You get a couple new spells out of your list. You get Alarm and Detect Magic. You get Channel Divinity. So you can use Channel Divinity currently once. It will kind of go up as you level up, but currently you can use it once. And you have 3 ways to use that. So 2 are from your subclass, and then the other one is Harness Divine Power. So Watcher's Will, which will let you sort of give your allies advantage on saving throws for mental effects. So intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. If anyone tries to like invade their mind or anything like that. You can also do Abjure the Extraplanar, which is a turn undead effect on Fey, Fiend, Celestial, Elemental aberrations, weird stuff from other dimensions. You could just make them run away from you because Aurelia is that scary. So that's pretty fucking cool.
Which is hilarious, knowing who Aurelia is as an actual character.
Right. And then the last way you could do it is with Harness Divine Power, which is a bonus action. The other 2 are actions. This one's a bonus action. You utter a prayer, and you get one of your spell slots back. But that is your Channel Divinity for the day if you choose to use it.
Ooh, that's going to be handy.
So,
but I'm guessing it's once per long rest, correct?
Once per short... No, that one is long rest. Yeah, once per long rest.
Okay.
So,
okay.
But yeah, gets you some spells back. And you get an extra spell slot on top of that. So you can now do 4 spells a day if you do the math on that. Which is pretty great. But
has Lay on Hands gone up as well then too?
Yeah, Lay on Hands goes up every level. You get 5 more points for that. So
now it's 15. Okay, cool. That'll help. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to actually try things out. Smite is the thing that's on my list. I want to use Smite.
You have to use Smite. We have to get into a combat for you to use Smite. But now that you've got ways to refund those spell slots and stuff, it's easier because you have, as you get more spell slots, it's easier to use Smite because you're not going to use those spells for as much.
I feel like I'm conserving spell slots because I don't know what's coming next, and so I've always got like one in the pocket, and so it's going to be nice to be able to like get one back.
But think of it like this, right? Like you guys tell me when you want to rest, right? So if you guys want to, if you're out of spells and you guys are like, oh, we should go rest, you guys have that opportunity, right? Like, so that's always an option. You don't have to worry too much about that. So, but cool. I think you're the last one. I think everyone's leveled up. So
yay!
Everyone watching.
I wonder if I'm going to use it in this episode as well. Be interesting to see how much I use in this episode.
I don't know. I don't know where this episode's going yet, so we'll figure it out. because there's a lot of paths that can go very differently, very fast.
Yep.
But
You know what we're like as a group.
yeah. This one's got a little more like I don't want to say on rails, but it's got a little more options already written in. So
It's a bit of structure.
there's a little bit more structure to this one. But there's a lot of different options for that structure. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But
I'm very
tune
excited.
in this Saturday. No, excuse me. Next Tuesday. I forgot. We record these on Saturday. They air on Tuesdays. Tune in next Tuesday. That should be live on the channel around 6 p.m. Pacific, give or take. 9 p.m. Eastern, whatever the hell time that is in New Zealand. I don't know. And I won't make you do the math for that.
For all of our Kiwi viewers out there.
We've got a few. We've got more than you'd expect. So, all right,
Wow.
cool.
Thanks, guys.
We will see you guys next time.